Welcome to Books and Things with Tom. Today is August 31. That means that summer is unofficially over. And I hate to see September come.
Me too.
My guest tonight is Kathy Kral. And Kathy is an author who writes children's books. And even though I've written 2 books, I don't know anything about children's books. I suppose I could probably get into it anyway. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you.
And be on my show. This is cool.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're Ashford. Where's Ashford?
It's about 10 minutes from Yukon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Old farm
right.
country.
And I see you have an associate degree in chemical technology. Mm-hmm. And now you're just writing books.
Now I'm just writing books. Yeah.
And you quit working at 32.
Yeah. I stayed home when my son was born.
Yeah.
I said that was it, and then I stayed home with my kids and did
Good
things
for
for
you.
them.
It's nice. A lot of people don't have that privilege anymore. You know, kids are a lot latched.
Yeah, I was lucky to be able to.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
And what is your husband's name? Oh, Fred.
Fred.
Of course, I remember that with the email. And what does he do?
He is the environmental coordinator at Millstone.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how long have you been writing children's books?
Oh, well, it started, my son is 22. It started when he was in 2nd grade. He needed to write a poem, and he really didn't know how. So we sat down and we went through a little process, and he came up with a poem, and there it sat. And about 10 years later, I always kept saying, this would make the cutest little children's book.
Yeah.
So about 10 years later, it's like, you know what? Either I do this or I stop saying that. So I decided I'll do it. I'll find a publisher. I'll find an illustrator. And I did it.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great. And this is, what is it?
This is my first one because I do it with my dad. This is the poem that my son wrote.
Oh, okay.
And it's about fishing, and it's about getting up early and going ice fishing with Dad.
That's neat. Does he appreciate it?
I hope so. I think so.
And this is your second
That
one?
is my second one. That is about starting school. It's just the process of, what do you do your first day of school? You get up, you pack your new lunchbox.
You throw up and...
No, it's exciting. So you go to school, you get on the bus for the first time, and all the activities you do when you get there. And, all the questions. Am I going to like it? Am I going to like my teacher? Am I going to make friends? And in the end, we do. We've all been there, and we all get up and go back to school the next day.
I didn't have a bus, so I had to walk.
Oh.
Because I only lived a couple of blocks away.
Okay.
But I feel bad for kids today. I really do. Oh, this is nice. Now, who does your drawings?
My illustrator is Kim Doje. She lives in Griswold, and I met her at my church.
Last name is
Doje.
Doge. We had a Kim somebody who came to a couple of meetings. I don't know if it was her.
Yeah, she did come with me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew the name. Oh, these are very nice. I like to read these before I get them, but this is nice. And in children's books today, aren't like the old days. Now they got to say something. They got to be appropriate. They have to.
Yes, and it's hard. I look at children's book as, oh, this is such a cute book. The children will enjoy this.
Yeah.
And when I first started, I didn't think about the wording and how it needed to be said and the right way to say things and what can't be said.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of work, a lot of editing.
Well, yeah, and now there's a couple I've seen. They've got a section that says the cat is feeding the kitten or something, and it says, "What is the mama cat doing?" And you have to interact with the kid, so the kid has to know what the book is about, and I don't remember anybody ever reading children's books to me. I'm so old, I don't think they had them. I read Tom Sawyer. That was as
That
close
was- that
to a
was it.
children's book. But there used to be little golden books. I don't even know if they still
Yeah,
do
they
those.
still have
Do
them.
they?
They still make them, yep.
Yeah, the little golden book. I remember some of those. And but today, people have imaginations with the children's books, and it's really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And the artwork they put with them.
yeah.
It used to be just words when you read a children's book. But the thing is, that back then, you had to use your imagination.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it was just the words. Now, it's all done for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's good or bad.
Good,
You know, the
bad to both.
The imagination is something that, of course, I grew up listening to the radio, and you had to have an imagination because otherwise you would have no idea what was going on. And I used to listen to those mysteries on the radio, and you get scared, and
Yeah.
the whole thing is playing over in your head. But I think it was good training for children at that time to make you think.
Make you think.
And today, we don't have to think. We just watch
No,
TV and everything's
on
right
TV
there.
or on our phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like writing books?
I do. I do. My son, after we did this one, that's why I did the second one, because it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were talking before that about making money. I imagine you've made a lot of money already, right?
Not a lot, enough to keep it going.
Yeah, people said, well, you got 2 books out now. I sell them $20 a piece. You must be making good money. Well, first of all, I have to pay for the books. And then when I sell them, I have to buy new ones.
Right, right.
And that's half your profit. And the other half goes to the bookstore. No.
No,
Not a
and
lot of
I have
money.
an illustrator to pay too.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not
And,
about the money.
no.
Definitely not.
No, it's not about the money. It's about putting a good product out for somebody to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, that people come up to you and say, "Oh, you're the
Yeah,
author."
yeah.
And
It's
that-
kind of
that-
fun to be recognized.
Yes, it makes your
Yeah.
day. And oh, would you autograph it? Oh yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to. But there's a children's book. So, where can we buy one?
If you go to thingsidowithyou.com, you can order them online.
Oh, okay. Right, and that's your website.
That's my website. Yes.
Now you're being picked up. You've been picked up by
Dart Frog Books.
Dot Frog Books.
Yes.
And they're a distributor.
They're a distributor, yes, out of Vermont, I believe.
Okay. I was wondering where they were out of.
Yep.
I didn't think they were real.
I hope he's really.
Yeah, I hope so, because I tried out for it. They didn't like my book, apparently, but I guess they like children's books.
I guess.
I don't know. I wish you luck with it.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
maybe
you.
they get a big distributorship.
Yeah.
I think they're basically starting out, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he's new, so we're trying to get things going and get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
We've made a couple revisions to this book because I did it with my dad book. We've changed the wording a little bit on some of it,
Yeah.
and we're working on a new cover.
Good.
I think after that I can go to print.
And how many do you have?
How many? 2 books. I have 2 books
2.
published. I have 3 more written, but I haven't published them yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't worked with my illustrator yet. I still have a little editing to do.
Cool. Excuse me. Well, I think children's books, like I said, they're totally different to me. And that's because my mind can't get into it. Although now you read some of them, I know Calvin books and Fred,
Yep, Fred now.
and they're very interesting. There's no question that we need children's books, and at the Big E, if you're selling a children's book, you're going to sell 100 of them.
I think I'll do that next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
I
question.
had a lot going on this year, so.
Children's books go off the wall
Yeah.
down there, because everybody walks through has got 2 or 3 kids,
Yes, yes.
and
they
you
all
got to
want
get
'em.
books,
Yep.
and they're cool. Right? It's like Christmas time.
Yeah, they make great gifts.
Yeah.
Yep.
You throw it in a bag or something, and they're good, and it'll keep the kid busy for a while.
Yep, and they read them over and over, and their books are nice to keep. I have a stack of books from when my children were young, and I still bring them out. I have Christmas ones that I bring out. They're nice big hardcover books, and we bring them out every year.
I don't remember. I don't remember if my son had them. sometimes the mind gets a little forgetful. But they, I know I've given my grandson books. I don't know if he reads them or not, but that's okay. So now you've got 3 more that you've already written.
Yes, that I'm working on. They're
Okay.
written, they just need to be revised.
So how many do you think you're going to have in this series?
I don't know, at least 5. I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat. Nice looking book.
Thank you.
And you're a member of Kappa.
Yes, I am.
And everybody should be a member of Kappa.
Yeah, yeah.
We have,
Yeah, I've met some nice people there.
Yeah.
I found my publisher there,
Richard.
and my first meeting, I was introduced to him, and I found out that he was my husband's best friend in junior high.
Get out.
Yep. Yep, they
Oh,
knew each other.
my.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
So you have to be careful. You never know when you're going to run into someone
No.
you know.
no, you gotta be careful. I do that once in a while. It's like, really? But yeah, I'll be darned. That's Husky Trail Press.
Right.
And he's a one-person publisher.
Yes, he is.
And I don't know how he gets things done, but he's very, very intelligent and very, very up on
Yes, I've enjoyed
everything.
working with him very
And
much.
I went to him and I said, Richard, I got 2 books. I'm sick of being a publisher. Because because there's so much to do.
There is a lot to do, and you don't. It just sounds like a simple
Yeah.
thing to do, but
Well,
you write it,
people-
you publish it, and you send it on its way. But there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, people think that once you get it published, I'm
You're
done.
Yeah.
No. Because your publisher's not going to sell your book.
Right. Right.
Your distributor's not going to sell your book.
Right.
And the only person who's going to sell your book,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're Patterson, he doesn't have to sell his book. They just off the
Yeah,
shelf.
so, not yet. Maybe someday mine will.
Yeah. And there's not that many local authors that have made it to that status. And that's too bad because there's some very interesting books out
yes.
there. And I think they just haven't gotten caught into the mainstream. I've got a couple that my son Todd sold a couple books in England. And I don't know how they found me, but it was off of Kindle.
Okay.
And the woman and I have corresponded on email for the last 3 years. And that was nice to have her email me. Her husband died in her arms, and
Oh.
they'd only been married for a short time. And so she contacted me, and so we've just been going back and forth all the way to England.
Wow.
So, what else do you do now that you're retired from work and
Well,
the kids are grown?
Projects around the house,
Yeah.
mostly.
Good for
Little
you.
projects. My mother and her husband live with us now.
Ah.
So running them around a lot.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's cool. There is so much out there. Now, you didn't make the last meeting either, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. That was a good one. We had a lady talk about headshots. She's a
Oh.
photographer.
Okay.
And I believe you need a picture on the book. And the headshot, which is why I wear my hat so people will recognize me. And because you need somebody to say, oh, I know you.
I know you. I recognize you. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you know, it's off
Actually,
the
I do
book.
have one in here.
Pardon?
I do have one in here.
Oh, do you?
I believe. Yes, I am in there.
Okay, good. People like to have recognition.
Yes.
And they see something, oh, I know you. And and it's good. Especially when you get up to doing some big places like the Big E, and people walk by and say, oh, I know you. And it's, I had that in Charleston, Rhode Island, and walking down, it wasn't this hat, it was my other hat. And the guy comes up, he says, you don't know me, do you? I said, no. He said, I was on the other side. I saw your hat, and that's how I knew who it was you.
Wow.
And I said, and who are you? He said, I'm your cousin Dave.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen the kid in 50 years.
Wow. I'll have
But
to
he
get a hat.
recognized me from Facebook with the
Get the
hat.
hat.
And so I would recommend anybody who is trying to be in the public, you got to get a niche
Get a niche and a hat.
and a hat. Or like Patty Brooks wears, she wears a straw hat, I think, because she does
so.
things with horses.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. What, are you getting much on your website?
Oh, not a lot at the moment.
Yeah.
I've had a bit. I'm still
Yeah.
working on it. I was trying to update it a little bit. I've been a little busy with other things, at the house and with my kids, getting them off to college and getting them moved, getting them back in college, and
Life gets in the
kind of
way.
busy. Life gets in the way of my book.
I had a friend that, a friend who was an author, and what he would do was he'd go out into a shed, lock the door for 8 hours. And that's what he did.
That's
He
what he
wrote
did.
this book.
There's always something else that needs to get done, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells his wife, he says, I'm going to work. And he worked there 8 hours a day.
Wow.
But he did some tremendous books, all of history of plantation, New London, the Indians and everything. Good books. And you'd need 10 hours a day to write that. And
Wow.
you just have to go out researching information and everything. How do you come up with a subject?
Well, this one, the dad book, the fishing book, just when I sat down with my son, I just said, give me a topic. And he said, fishing. And so that's how that one started.
Yeah.
And then the concept of, he ended it with, fishing's good, it's never bad, because I do it with my dad. So that whole concept of doing something with somebody
Yeah.
is what got me started. So now it's doing, when you go to school, you're doing it with your friends.
Yeah.
And your special memories, everybody has the big trip to Disney or something special, but I
Yeah.
think most of our memories, really fond memories, are just everyday activities.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You think back of what you did when you were little, it's like, oh, I remember doing this all the time. Your
Yeah,
traditions.
when I wrote my Mystic book, that was all my memories of the 50s. And I can remember those better than I can in the 60s. I was married in the 60s. I think I wiped those off.
There you go.
But no, so what's the next book title? Do you have a title?
I don't have a title. I've got the next three are about cooking with mom,
Oh, cool.
playing dress up with sister, and swimming with the daughter, my daughter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it's all childhood activities.
Yes, all everyday activities, because that's really, and it's about, these activities are special because
Yeah.
you're doing it with somebody you care about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, boy, you really have to scratch your brain and figure out what did I do when I was 6.
Yeah, yeah. And really, it's really just the everyday things. When somebody says, what do you remember about your childhood? It may be something simple, like I used to go for walks with my dad in the woods all the
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
we have all 5 of us following behind him.
Yeah.
And it's just a mundane little walk that everybody does. But it was special because it's something we did, with
Yeah.
my siblings and my dad.
Yeah. My dad and I used to go quail hogging.
Okay.
Go off the clams
Yep.
and you got your feet
Yep.
down in the mud and try and dig up the
Yep.
clams. And that was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember too much of him because he always worked third shift,
Okay.
second shift.
home.
Come home at midnight and slept all day.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm in school and he's off to work. And so it was, you could write one about how my mother used to chase me with a broom.
There you go. I can do that for you.
And then there's like, where did your father get home? Well, by the time he got home,
It's long forgotten.
it's either forgotten or now it's funny.
Yeah, yeah, and he's too tired.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. But it's funny what we go through as kids. And it's now these are for age.
These are for little ones that you're reading to,
Okay.
and then just to very beginner reader.
Okay.
Yeah, like first grade, kindergarten, first
Yeah.
grade, maybe second.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, help
second.
them learn how to read.
Yeah, and it's rhyming, so there's a rhythm to it, so that helps with the
That's
reading.
tough. That's tough, getting stuff to rhyme.
Oh, actually, if it didn't rhyme, I don't think I could do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what makes it easy for me. I think that's how it works.
Yeah. What, do you think you'd try anything along the young adult, or?
I might, not yet, but
Yeah.
I might. See how it goes.
Yeah. I've read some of them. Some of them are actually very interesting.
Oh yes, oh yes.
John Shearer writes all young adult. Very good books. And maybe my mind isn't what it should be, but I can understand them. And we got a few people who do young adult stuff. And not as good as the Patterson and stuff that
Yeah,
keep you scared.
scared. Yeah, I like the scary books.
Yeah, but they do mysteries, and I think that's cool. Every once in a while I get a book and I send it to my son's best friend and his wife, and I'll send because they got a 5-year-old and
Oh, okay.
I send them books, and wow. So what do you think? The summer all gone?
Summer's all gone. Once school starts, summer's all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
yeah.
I hate to see it go.
It'll be back.
I hope I'm here. Now, this isn't available on Amazon, though, right?
No, it is not.
Oh, that's right, too, because it's not being published by Amazon. Who does your printing?
I do that through Richard.
Oh, to Richard.
Through Richard, yeah.
That's
I believe
amazing.
it's King Publishing
Yeah.
or printing.
Yeah. I just handed my book, say I need some. He goes, okay.
Yep.
Because I do it with my friends. I like it. I'm not sure about the title, but I think it's cute.
Yeah, we're revising.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all going to be titled Things I Do With You.
Oh, okay.
And then
Oh, that's
there'll
right.
be different volumes. So
Yeah.
volume 1 will be fishing, volume 2 will be going to school with your friends.
Oh. Going to school with your friends, that can be a good subject because we all remember some of the children that we went to school with, and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I still know some of them, and they still live around town, too.
Actually, in all of my books, I try to have a real picture. So in the fishing book is a picture of my son with his first fish.
Oh, really?
Yep. And in this one, there is a picture of my kindergarten class picture.
Oh.
It's in the back. And
Oh,
I have
that's neat.
For the Dress Up with Sister book, I have a picture of my 2 daughters when they were little, with wigs on and makeup and glasses and all kinds of jewelry on.
So kind of like an Alfred Hitchcocky thing,
Yeah, okay.
where he had to be in every
Yes,
picture.
yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's neat. Excuse me. So we could contact Kathy. Was up there, and we have a couple of minutes left. So is there anything else you want to add?
Oh, well, if you're gonna write about something you enjoy,
And you know.
and you know. That's why writing these children's books is something I do, because that's what I know how to do.
Yeah.
And I have fun with it, and that's what it's all about.
Well, apparently you're doing well with it.
Thank you.
You got somebody that wants to distribute it for you.
Yeah, I hope that works. I'm sure I'll get some out there.
Yeah.
And if I don't get a lot, that's okay. That's okay. I've had a lot of fun doing it.
And you're trying to do a workshop in schools.
Yes, I am. When my son first wrote this poem, he didn't know how to do it. So I took him through a process, step-by-step process of writing a poem.
Yeah.
So my workshop is, I go into the classroom, and it takes about a class period, so about an hour, and I take the kids through
Oh.
that same process. And it's actually the process I still use when I write my books.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
So you'll be able to teach kids, and maybe we'll have a lot more authors.
Hopefully, maybe.
Oh, that's neat.
Yep.
We should have more authors. I think it's it's an rewarding job.
It is, to go back
Yeah.
and read something you wrote later,
Yeah.
to see it and think it's
And
good still.
Yeah, and have somebody say, "I liked
Yeah,
it."
yeah, and have someone like it and want it.
Yeah, and we have so much fun at the CAPA meetings.
They do have fun.
And the funny thing is we're all in the same business, but we're not in competition.
No, not at
Not
all.
at all.
Not at all.
Matter of fact, if anything, we help each
We
other.
help each other, yep.
Yeah,
Different hints and
yeah.
things to try.
And that's what's neat about the group, because they don't hold anything back. If you're having a problem, all you gotta do is ask somebody, and well, I did this way or that
Yeah.
way, and they'll also tell you who not to go with.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of publishers out there to stay away from. God, they're taking thousands of dollars. But it's just I'm glad to see you got that together, and I'm glad to see you here, because it's, her name is Kathy Kral, and her information was up on the thing. If you want to know more about her books, you go to her website, thingsidowithyou.com, or email her at I can't see it that far.
You want me to do it?
No, I need my glasses. I'm just there. Anyway, email her or call her. She'll even talk to you, and find out more about her books and a workshop. If you're a teacher and you've got programs going, get a hold of Kathy and have her come down to your school and discuss the workshops and help some young kids learn how to write a book. Anyway, I want to thank you to the many people who attended the fundraiser at the VFW last week for Harry and Nancy Roth, and there was over 300 people there, which is a lot.
Wow.
September 9th, excuse me, local Lions clubs are holding a comedy night, and I know it's been flashing on the screen, at the Groton Lodge. Oh, there it is. Groton Lodge of Elks. Tickets are $20. Proceeds will be used for the needy and homeless in New London County. Please contact me for further information, or the information on the screen. And it's a good. Last year we did this, and we raised $4,000.
Nice.
And it's all for the needy and help. They do need help, especially with Malloy cutting back. Everybody needs help. The unofficial end of summer is here. Tomorrow is September 1st. That's it. Summer's gone. It's not that it's not going to be nice, because the weather's still going to be good up until October and November
Right.
sometimes. But Monday is Labor Day. And officially, there's only 3 more weeks of summer. It's September 21st is
Yeah.
into fall. And a couple weeks later, they change the clocks, and we're
Wow, and that's it.
Summer's gone. The kids are back to school. Drive carefully, because they're walking the streets now. And vacations are less. Good luck with the rest of the summer, even though it's short. Next week is local author Jim Friedlander. Be sure to watch. He's written a historic fiction book. Very interesting book. Check my Facebook page, Books and Things with Tom, for updates. And special thanks to Frank, the two Franks, at SCC TV for helping me host this show. And by the way, we operate on donations, so if you have a few extra bucks, we can afford to, we'd like to have it, because we live on donations, and I get nothing, so I could donate my pay, but I don't get one. Thank you for watching. Email me at santostom@comcast.net if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to see or hear. And you should be reading. Cuddle up with a good book. Cold nights are coming. See you next time. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.